The earnings season in Canada for our big financial companies has almost come to a close. Fact of the matter is, there's only one left. Today we had BMO and the Bank of Nova Scotia report earnings. BMO's earnings per share came in at $2.03. That's not bad when you consider that last year at this time it came in at $1.86. Revenues of $5.46 billion were down 3% though year over year. Their net income was $1.4 billion overall. Now that's up 11%. So like we were saying, $2.03 is earnings per share. BMO had a really good quarter despite actually some of the underlying statistics not being the greatest, one underlying statistic being remarkable. So they were up 9% in Canadian business, but I think the thing that worries me the most, and I think the thing that probably keeps BMO on the back burner in comparison to a lot of our other banks here, is the fact that their U.S. personal and commercial growth was flat. Nothing's really going on internationally, unfortunately, for Bank of Montreal. I'm sure they're trying, but they're definitely not on the level of some of our other larger banks here in Canada. Their capital market profit was down 8%. Now that's not great, but that's definitely going to be propped up when you consider their wealth management department was up 32%. Now that's got to add to that EPS number that we see despite revenues being off. I think Bank of Montreal had a decent earning today, even though the street wasn't super happy with it, and it kind of reflected in the way that the price went today, but that's all intraday trading. I think if you're playing Bank of Montreal as an idea, it's fine as if you like the Canadian financials, I think, as a sector entirely, but if you really like it as an individual bank, I would say first off, talk to your professional licensed financial advisor. Don't listen to me. Come on, do your due diligence. You know better. This is just a bunch of conversation. But my opinion is you would take a best of breed rather than an also-ran. Bank of Montreal to me has always kind of been an also-ran, despite the fact that they've made a lot of money in their share price too, because our financials here happen to be strong. I like the sector very well, and I think this speaks very highly of what Canada's probably doing, especially as we see growth in the Canadian business here at BMO. We also seen it over at Bank of Nova Scotia. So while their international market's not growing that great, locally, domestically, they are a very strong bank still, but it's not enough to make me say that Bank of Montreal is definitely the best. It was a good earnings call, but Bank of Montreal will probably slip through the cracks in this earnings season because other banks with more money announced better earnings.